Hello, I'm going to talk to you about gerunds and infinitives. Sometimes it's difficult to decide whether you use a gerund or an infinitive. We use an infinitive after an adjective. For example, this computer is really easy to use. We also use it after certain verbs. For example, he refused to pay the bill. Here are some of the other verbs: afford, agree, appear, arrange, beg, choose, decide, expect, fail, help, hesitate, hope, learn, manage, mean, offer, plan, prepare, pretend, promise, refuse, want, wish, would like, would love, and would prefer. So please remember there are some verbs that behave differently. So these are some of the verbs with the same meaning but have different usage. So verbs plus infinitive and words with an object. Remember, use a gerund without an object. First verb, advise. I advise you to go by train. I advise going by train. The second example has no direct object. Allow or permit. I allowed him to borrow the book. I allowed borrowing the car. Forbid. My grandmother forbids us to drink alcohol. She forbids drinking alcohol. To try, in the sense of doing something complicated. Try to find the solution. But when you want to express something like do it and see what happens, try talking to the mayor to see if she can change the law. Regret. I regret to say that this is an unwise decision that our company is making, but with regard when you're talking to about the past, the company now regrets having signed the contract. Remember, when you're focusing on the future, when you leave, remember to turn off the lights and set the alarm. But when we use remember in the past, does she remember having met him? To forget, with a focus on the future. Don't forget to send the letter tomorrow. But when we talk about the past, do you forget insulting your father? So to sum up, verbs that take a gerund. Verbs like to love, to hate, to give up, to admit, to enjoy. And verbs that take an infinitive. I would like, I want, I offer, I refuse, I decide, I forget, I try. We're now going to post a short quiz. Let's see how you get on with that. Good luck.
So I've written some sentences for you to try and puzzle out. Do they take the gerund or do they take an infinitive? I'll read each example and then pause for a couple of seconds before providing you with the answer. Number 1. A lot of people are worried about their livelihood. Use the word lose. The answer is, a lot of people are worried about losing their livelihood. To be worried about plus gerund. Number 2. I agreed a new insurance policy, and the verb we're going to use is buy. The correct answer is, I agreed to buy a new insurance policy. When you agree something, you agree to do something. Number 3. The request is easy, and the verb we're going to use is answer. The solution is the request is easy to answer. An adjective takes an infinitive. Number 4. Not everybody can afford on holiday to the Caribbean, and we're going to use the word go. Not everybody can afford to go on holiday in the Caribbean. To afford to do something. This takes the infinitive. Number 5. They look forward to you at the meeting, and the verb we're going to use is see. The correct answer is they look forward to seeing you at the meeting. When we use the verb to look forward to, we use a gerund. Number 6. Is she thinking of to Buenos Aires? And the verb we're going to use is travel. The solution is she thinking of travelling to Buenos Aires? To think of doing something. This takes a gerund. Number 7. My colleague apologised for beyond the deadline. And the verb we're going to use is reply. The solution is my colleague apologised for replying beyond the deadline. To apologise for doing something. This takes a gerund. Number 8. Stop. So much noise, please. We're trying to concentrate. And the verb we're going to use is make. The correct answer is stop making so much noise, please. We're trying to concentrate. To stop doing something. This takes a gerund. Number 9. We don't mind late, and the verb we're going to use is stay on. The solution is we don't mind staying on late. We use a gerund. To mind doing something. Number 10. I learnt when I was at university. And the verb we're going to use is type. The answer is I learned to type when I was at university. You learn to do something. It takes the infinitive. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. Don't forget to pass it on, place a like, and turn on your notifications.